Hey guys, welcome to day 20 of my challenge. I can't believe I'm on day 20. Wow. So first of all, excuse this. Earlier I took my boys on a walk and it was 90 out basically and humid, and I got eaten alive by mosquitoes, and I have kind of a bad allergic reaction to them, so I had to take Benadryl, kind of having that fun woozy Benadryl feeling, and I had to like jump in the shower when I got home. So at least my hair is clean, but I don't have any makeup on. I don't I didn't straighten my hair. It's we got one going this way, we got one going this way. I don't know what's going on, but yeah. So at least my kids got outside and it was fun. I'm now very tired from the physical exertion and the Benadryl, so hopefully I won't be super spacey with this video, but I was trying to think of what to talk about today, and okay, guess that's happening now. I was talking about, or I was thinking about how we all seem to have kind of a niche in our witchcraft, and mine has always been divination. I'm just such a divination witch. I'm not really sure what's going on here. I think I'm just gonna try and get it later. But as you guys know, I love tarot, and I do love oracle, but I'm noticing with oracle I have less of it. I'm more picky with it, and I use certain decks in certain ways, which I do with tarot too, but more so with oracle. But I started thinking about all the other divination, at least that's in my head right now, that I either have and need to incorporate back in my practice, and I would like to start to work with. And this is also going to cover different tarot systems and different cartomancy as well. But first I'm going to get into the things I do have, the things that I've worked with, and the things that I hope to work with a little bit more. The first one, as you guys know, I got this recently, the Cup of Destiny. This is all about tea leaf reading. I have wanted to read tea leaves since I was pretty young. So I finally bit the bullet on that one and decided to start doing this. I have not done my first reading yet, and I've been tempted for this 30-day challenge to record it when I do. So I'm probably going to be doing that sometime in the next week before this challenge ends. If not, then I think I definitely will do it on camera. I'm just gonna put that there somewhere. So the next ones, which I keep in this really cool box I got at a thrift store somewhat recently. So I have several sets of runes. These ones were gifted to me, they're wood, by my friend Megan, and I use these mostly for spellcraft. Oh, and not divination. I'm throwing things on my poor cat. These are my runes that I read with, that are my divination runes. And they are amethyst runes. So they're quite beautiful. And I have had these since I was about 18 or 19. So I have been trying to figure out recently how I would like to incorporate runes into my practice a little bit more, just because I work with Norse deities, and often I will leave runes next to my deities. Their special little sections, like Odin's is right here, Odin's little section on my altar, and then Freya sits on my main altar because she's my main girl. She's my main deity, basically. I don't want to say matron, but she's my main deity. But I've been wanting to get back into using these for divinatory purposes, and I have been tempted to do a rune a week, maybe. and then just kind of write my thoughts on it and include it in the tarot journal that I have that I've been working on, which is another video I'm hoping to do soon. The other thing is that I was tempted to use these to communicate with my deities because they are Norse for the most part, so those are things I've been thinking about doing for that. This is not okay. The other thing that I have here that I have not started to work with is basically I got this in one of the Tamed Wild boxes. This is a seer stone. It's basically like a scrying stone, so you have rough edges on most sides but this one side, and you use it to scry with. Scrying is something that I have done a little bit, but mostly I've done like flame or fire scrying, a little bit of water scrying, but I really want to get more into scrying as well. I actually have been wanting to make a scrying mirror, so a black mirror, and decorate the frame either with painting certain symbols on it or doing wood burning symbols. So that's something I've also really wanted to get into, scrying. And I actually kind of think tea leaf reading is somewhat similar to scrying, at least in the sense of kind of how it works with your subconscious. The last thing is actually probably one of my oldest forms of divination, and that is my pendulum. I've had this probably about as long as I've had my runes. There's a kitty fur on it. This is an amethyst pendulum, and it's got a rainbow moonstone on the top. Let's see if I can get my cat to poke her nose at it. Nope. She looked up at it like she was curious. I bought this pendulum at one of my local shops here in Minneapolis, and I love it. It's beautiful. But for dowsing, I don't do enough dowsing anymore, and I really, really would love to, because I always have found pendulums really, really fun to work with and really fascinating. And it's just something that's been sitting on the back burner, almost forgotten for a while, and I would like to continue to work with it because I have a very good connection with that pendulum. So now I'm going to talk a little bit about divination systems that I would like to learn a little bit more. Let's see if I can close this little box here. Something is stopping me from doing so. There we go. That probably was loud in the video. I really would like to, when it comes to cartomancy specifically, I would love to pick up a Thoth deck and a Marseille deck just to have them to study and learn those systems. But I'm really kind of picky, so we'll have to see at some point here. And then I would love to learn Lenormand at some point. I've never really been drawn to it very much, but I think I would like to do a deck to study it just to understand it. I have a deck of Lenormand. And then the other one that I really wanted to learn how to do is bone reading. And I had a friend who did bone reading, basically where he would take like a strand of your hair or something, and he would take it and put it in a fire with bones, and however the bones cracked, he would basically use that as sort of a scrying method. A lot like tea leaf reading, where you're interpreting the symbols that you see in the cup. So that's another one that I think I would love to try at some point. But if you guys have any other divination that you use that's kind of under the radar or anything, I would love to know more about different divinatory systems, because I don't know, I just have always been so fascinated by divination, and it's just been something that I think had a big hand into drawing me into the craft in general and my becoming a witch. But I'm such a divination witch, guys. Like, I hope someday I grow up and I'm exactly like Sybil Triani. Oh, there's a Harry Potter reference for you guys. But yeah, so that's my video for today. I'm not going to ramble much further because quite honestly, this Benadryl is kicking my butt and I'm really tired. So hopefully I'll start to feel better, but mosquito bug bites that turn into welts and hurt and get swollen, it's fun. Anyway, lots of you guys, and I will see you tomorrow in my next video.